Good afternoon. Myself Rajita, DL in Computer Science from Spark, Nagaram. So today I am discuss nonlinear data structure. Okay. So in last session we have discussed the linear data structure. Now the continuation about nonlinear data structure. Okay. So in this session I am going to discuss what is nonlinear data structure and what is importance of nonlinear data structures, different nonlinear data structures, operations of each nonlinear data structure, applications of each and every nonlinear data structure, and some of the questions. Next. Okay. So first of all, what is a linear data structure? A linear data structure is a data structure in which data item is connected to several other items. Means in linear data structure only one predecessor and only one successor is there, whereas in nonlinear data structure, so that data item is connected to several other items. So that this nonlinear data structure, every data element may have more than one predecessor as well as more than one successor. So there is no particular linear sequence in this data structures. That's why this is called as nonlinear data structure. And this nonlinear data structure exhibit either a hierarchical manner or parent-child relationship. And what is the importance of this nonlinear data structure over linear data structure? So this nonlinear data structure is used to more complex relationships. So it is used to develop more complex relationships, and this nonlinear data structure utilize the memory very efficiently. So in linear data structure, so compulsory we know how many elements are stored in the data structure we known earlier, and continuous locations are required. So in this nonlinear data structure there is no continuous memory locations are required. So and at the same time this nonlinear data structure, how many items you have to store, that many number of items are can stored at runtime also. But one big drawback is there in this nonlinear data structure, that is random access is not allowed. That means whenever we can retrieve any one of a data element, so first of all before all elements we can traverse. So that is one of the major drawback in this nonlinear data structure, whereas coming to the memory is efficiently used in this nonlinear data structure, and there is no continuous memory locations are required for this nonlinear data structures. And here two different types of nonlinear data structures are there. One is the trees and other one is the graphs. A tree is a non-empty set, one element of which is designated as a root, and remaining elements are partitioned into non-empty subsets. That means remaining tree nonlinear data structure contain number of data items. So here in that one element is designated as a root and remaining elements are partitioned into number of non-empty subset. Non-empty subset means there is no empty, and which is a subtree. This is called as subtree of that particular root. And one more nonlinear data structure is graph. So a graph is a discrete structure consists of nodes and vertices. So it contains this graph contains two things. One is nodes and other one is edges. So these nodes connected with one node is connected with other node, or one vertex is connected with other node, that is nothing but edge, or joining nodes is called as edge. Okay. So this is what about the two different types of data structures. Next, so first we can discuss about trees concept. So in trees, here this is what the tree structure. So here these are nonlinear data structure. So these are nonlinear data structure that can be represented in a hierarchical manner. That means hierarchical manner means, so at this level one element is there, and the next level some other elements are there, some other level some elements are there. That's why this is arranged in hierarchical manner. So a tree contains a finite non-empty set of elements. So this tree contains these many number of elements. These are finite non-empty set of elements. So any two nodes in the tree are connected with a relationship of parent-child relationship. So that is nothing but here A is one node and B is another node. A is parent and B is child. So that means, so that's why, so in tree parent-child relationship is there. Every individual element in a tree can have any number of subtrees. That means every individual element, suppose here A is one individual element, so this is some subtree for this A, and this is also some subtree for this one. That means every individual elements in tree can have any number of subtrees, and it represents the nodes connected by edges. So here A, B, C, D, E, F, like this, these all are nodes, and each and every nodes are connected with some line. This is called as some edge. Okay. Next, so here in the trees concept, we can discuss some terminology regarding these trees. Here, root element. What is the root element? The basic node of all nodes in the tree. All operations on the tree are performed with passing root node. That is what, this is what the root node. So whenever we can traverse from this to find out this H, we can traverse from this A only. So that is nothing but root node. And coming to the child, a successor of node connected to a node is called child. That is, here this is B is a successor to A. That's why this is A. B is successor to A, or this is called as child to this A. And next, another one, that is parent. Here a node which is ancestor, that is A is ancestor to B. So that's why A is called as parent. And leaf node, a node that that does not know child nodes. That means there is no child nodes. Here these all are D, H, F, G. These all are called as child nodes. Okay. Next, siblings. That means the nodes are siblings if they are children to same parent. That means here B and C are siblings. So same parent. So for B and C, parent is A. For D, E, F, parent is B. That's why these three are siblings, and these two are siblings for A. These two are siblings for B. Next, ancestor, a node with this which is parent of parent node. That is, here ancestor means this is the ancestor to this B. At the same time, this B is a descendant for this A. Okay, descendant, a node which is child of child node. Okay, next one, level, the distance of a node from the root node. The root is level 0. That is, the root node at level 0 and B and C at level 1. Next, here in this figure, this is root node. This root node is at level 0 and B and C are at level 1. D, E, F, G. These all are at level 2 and H is at level 3. So this is what level, that is the distance of a node from the root node. How much of distance from that particular node from the root node is called as level. Whereas coming to the degree, what is the degree? The number of nodes connected to a particular parent node. Or in this figure, the degree of this one, A degree is what? 2. That means here 2 edges are there. One is connected with B and other one is C. So that's why this is what degree of this node A. Like that, B degree is 3. So this is what about the degree. Next, path. A path is a number of successive edges from source to destination node. For example, I am assuming this H as a destination node, and what is the path from this A to H? This is A, B, E, H. This is the path. That is, path is a collection of edges from source node to destination node. Here A is the source and H is the destination. Next, edge. Edge is a connection between one node to another node. And path. So path is a number of successive edges from source node to destination node. Sorry, these two are repeated. Next, height of node. Height of a node, it represents the number of edges. Height of a node is nothing but it represents the number of edges on the longest path between the node and leaf. That is, what is the height of this particular node? That is, height of this node is nothing but here this height is what? Height is from leaf to here. So that is, height is here what? 0. Sorry, 1. So this is these all nodes are height 1. This node height is 0 and this node's height is 2 and this height is 3. And what is the height of the tree? Height of the tree. That is, height of the tree is nothing but maximum number of edges. That is, maximum number of edges. Here height of the tree is nothing but it represents the height of the root node. That is, maximum number of edges, nothing but maximum number of edges only to root. That is, that height of the root node is nothing but height of the tree. That is, here height of this tree is what? 0, 1, 2, 3. That is, height of the root node is 3. That's why height of this tree is 3 only. Next, So depth of a tree, that is depth of a tree represents the number of edges from the tree's root node to the leaf nodes. That is here this depth of this tree is nothing but 0, 1, 2, 3. And coming to particular node, this is what is the depth of this one, that is from root node to this E, that is what 0, 1, 2. This is what depth of the tree. So this is about the terminology for trees. Next we can discuss types of trees. So different types of trees are there: free tree, rooted tree, ordered tree, regular tree, binary tree, complete binary tree. Last one is binary search tree. So first, what is a free tree? Free tree nothing but this free tree is a connected acyclic graph. Connected means each and every nodes are connected with some edge. That's why this is called as connected. So suppose you can take any node, so and other nodes like this. So here this is one node and this is the other node. So you can find out some connection between these two. So that this is called as a connected graph. And this is the acyclic graph. Acyclic means suppose if these two are connected from this node to this node, there is an edge exists. Now we can call it as cycle is existed. There is no cycle here. So that's why. So suppose you can observe here any node is you can see any node to another node, there is no cycle. So that's why this graph this is also called as graph. So that's why this is acyclic graph. Trees is nothing but acyclic graphs. That is nothing but there is no cycle exists in the tree. And this is undirected graph. Trees are undirected. Free tree is undirected. There is no direction from this node to this node. At the same time, there is no directions among these all nodes. That's why this is undirected graph. So it has no node designated as a root node. There is no node. There is, suppose you can assume this is as a root, this is as a root, this is as a root. That means we are not identifying any node as a root node. That's why this is called as a free tree. And as it is connected, any node can be reached from any other node by unique path. Suppose from here to here some unique path is exist. From here to here some unique path is exist. So this is what the free tree. And next one is a rooted tree. And what is a rooted tree? That means unlike free tree, rooted tree is a directed graph in which one node is designated as root. Suppose here you have to see in this figure, here this is a root node, because from this node we can move from any other node. Suppose I have to move to this node, that is possible from this root node only, and this is the one direction from here to here and here to here. That's why this is called as a directed graph. And here one node is designated as root node. From the root node only we can traverse remaining all other nodes. And for all other nodes incoming degree is 1. So root node incoming degree is 0 here. What is here incoming degree? Means there is no edge is instant on this node. This is called as in degree. That means from root node only edges are starts. Okay, root node to another node some edges exist. So for this root node there is no edge is instant on this root node. That's why in degree of root node is 0. So for this in degree is 1. So here one edge is there. Okay, here in degree is 1. That is, and for all other nodes incoming degree is 1. So here incoming degree from here to here, that's why the incoming degree is 1 here. Here the incoming degree is 0. For root node the incoming degree is 0. So this is what about root node. Next, ordered tree. Suppose you had to observe this tree, here some numbering is given, that is from 1, 2, 3 like that. That is, in many applications the relative order is compulsory, some of the applications. So it gives some significance, numbering gives some significance. So how that numbering is given? So that number is given by level. This is the first level, that is the level 0, this is level 1, this is level 0, level by level and left to right. So it is easy to impose an order on the nodes at level by level, referring to a particular node as the first node. Suppose this is the first node, root is the first node. Next, from the left side, next level, left node, that means left children or left child is 2. Next, right side, this is 3. Next, 4, 5. This is some ordering. This type of ordering is can be done left to right. Next, regular tree. So just now I can say one thing about in degree and out degree concept. For example, here in degree is what? This is 0 and here 1. Okay, and out degree means how many number of nodes are instant from this node to other nodes. That means here out degree of this second one is 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That means 4 edges are came from this node. Okay, 4 edges are instant from this node, that is called as out degree. Okay, here coming to a regular tree, a tree in which each branch node, that means vertex has the same out degree, is called as a regular tree. That means suppose if this root node out degree is 2 here, and here that this node out degree is instead of this 4 only 2 is there, and from these 3 instead of these 2 again only 2 are there, and here also 2 are there. Suppose you can remove these 2 edges from this node. Now this tree is becomes regular tree, because each and every node's out degree is same, then we can call it as a regular tree. That is, the tree in which each branch node vertex has the same out degree is called as a regular tree. So if a directed tree, the out degree of every node is less than or equal to m. That is what less than or equal to m means. Suppose if it is out degree is here 2 is there, suppose here out degree is 4, here the out degree is 2, here out degree is 2. So that's why this is called as 4, this array is this tree is called as 4 array tree. Why? Because 4 array tree, so here out degree is less than or equal to m. Okay, so this is some nodes have out degree 2, some nodes have the out degree 4, that's why this is called as m array tree. Next, so if the out degree of every node is exactly equal to m, then that is called as a regular tree. That means if it is this out degree is 2 and this out degree is 2, by removing these 2 edges, and this out degree is 2, this out degree is 2, then we can call it as a what? Regular tree, because each and every vertex out degree is same. So otherwise this is called as 4 array tree. Next we can move to binary tree. So this is one of the most important one in graph in nonlinear data structures. Here in a binary tree, each node can have at most 2 children. So maximum, that means at most 0 or 2. So other only 0 node empty 1 or 2. In a binary tree, each node can have at most 2 children. Suppose you can observe here, this is the root node. So this is the left node and this is the right node, or this is called as a left subtree and this is called as a right subtree. So here this binary tree is nothing but at most each and every node contains at most 2 children, then this is called as binary tree. That is nothing but a binary tree is either empty or consists of node called as a root together with the 2 binary trees called the left subtree and right subtree. Suppose here this is the root node and there is no left subtree, there is no right subtree, even though this is also called as binary tree. Suppose if this binary tree contains only left subtree, there is no right subtree, in this also it is called as a binary tree. That is, it is a non-empty, either empty or consists of some node with 2 subtrees, one is the left subtree and other one is the right subtree. And here these nodes, if in some node contains some 2 children, then that node is called as internal nodes. These 2 nodes are called as internal nodes and this node is designated as a root node, and remaining all the nodes are called as external nodes. Because there is no children, that's why these nodes are called as external nodes. That is, a node with 2 children are called internal nodes. So this and this one are the internal nodes, and these 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 nodes have no children, that's why these nodes are called as external nodes. And this binary tree can ascend with some level numbers as well as some numbering of nodes for a binary tree. That is possible by level from left to right. So the nodes like this. So here this numbering is done assigning by level and left to right. That is, the nodes of a complete binary tree can be numbered so that the root is assigned with number 1. So, every time the root is assigned with 1 and the left child is assigned twice the number assigned its parent, and the right child assigned one more than twice the number assigned to its parent. For example, here this is the binary tree, how the numbers and level numbers are assigned here for each and every node. Here this is for the root node. The root node is assigned with the number as 1. Okay. Next, this is at level 0, and then next level, coming to this next, this is the next level, nothing but here this is the root node or parent node to this child. So, this how we had to assign the number to this left child, that is twice of this parent. Twice of this parent, nothing but the parent number is 1, twice of this is nothing but 2 into 1, that is why this is 2. And coming to the right child, that is more than 1 to the twice of that parent node, that is 2 into 1 plus 1, that is what 3. And coming to this, this is the parent to this node. Here the number is here what 2 into this what the number is here 2 into 2, and next here this is the right child, that is more than 1 twice of this number, that is 2 into 2 plus 1 5, next 6, like that. This is the level 2 and this is what level 3. Next, properties of binary tree. Suppose if how we had to find out the height of the binary tree, that is the root height is nothing but height of the binary tree, then maximum number of nodes, nodes of leaves, maximum number of nodes of that particular tree, how many number of leaves are there, how we had to find out. That means that is nothing but 2 to the power of h. For example, suppose if our tree is like this, so this is what our tree. So here maximum number of leaves, that means maximum number of leaves, there is a chance for this also, that means how many number of maximum leaves are here. So the height of this tree is what here, this is height is 0 and this height is 1 and this height is 2, that is maximum number of node is nothing but 2 to the power of h. Here h is nothing but 2, that is nothing but 2 to the power of 2 is nothing but 4. How many number of leaves are there? 4 leaves. So that is maximum number of leaves are 4, and maximum number of nodes in that particular tree. Suppose this is the tree, how many number of maximum? Suppose maximum we have to allot the nodes to this tree, how many number of maximum nodes in that particular binary tree? Okay, that is nothing but 2 to the power of h plus 1 minus 1. Here h is nothing but what? 2 plus 1 minus 1, that is nothing but 2 to the power of 3 is nothing but 8 minus 1, that is 7. That means how many number of nodes are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maximum number of nodes in binary tree are 7. 2 to the power of h plus 1 minus 1. That is nothing but here in this example, how many number of maximum nodes are there? 7 maximum nodes. And next property, if a binary tree contains m nodes at level 1, for example, so this is what so this is here, this is the level 0, level 1, this is what level 2. Here another property is if a binary tree contains m nodes at level L, nothing but, for example, level 0, how many number of nodes are there? M equal to 1. Okay. Then next, it contains at most 2m nodes at level L plus 1, means at level 1 how many? L plus 1 nothing but 0 plus 1. At level 1 how many number of nodes are there? That is 2 into m, means 2 into here how many number of nodes are there? 1. That is nothing but 2 nodes. Here these are the 2 nodes. Suppose for example, if L equal to 1 and here for example 2 nodes are there, 2 nodes, and L plus 1 means the previous case the level is 1 and 1. This is 1 and 1 plus 1 means 2. That is 2 into how many number of nodes at a particular level of this one, that is 2, 4. Next level, how many number of nodes are possible? Maximum 4 nodes. So here maximum 4 nodes, I am giving here 2 nodes. There is a chance again for these 2 nodes also. That is another property. If a binary tree contains m nodes at level 1, it contains at most 2m nodes at level L plus 1. That is the next level, how many number of nodes are there? That is 2 into m maximum nodes. Next point. Since a binary tree can contains at most 1 node at level 0, it contains at most to the power of L nodes at level 1. Nothing but here to the power of 0, how many number of nodes are there? Only 1 node. Coming to the power of level 1 means next level, how many number of nodes are there? Maximum nodes? 2 nodes. So here how many number of nodes? Likewise at nth level, how many number of nodes are there? To the power of n nodes are there. And next, how many number of edges are, maximum edges are present in the binary tree? Suppose if that binary tree contains n number of nodes. For example, here in this binary tree, how many number of nodes are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means here n equal to here 7. That means how many number of edges are present here? So this is the number of nodes. This is what is the number of nodes, and coming to number of edges. Here number of edges are 7 minus 1, that is nothing but 6. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is the total number of edges in a full binary tree with n nodes. This is what the full binary tree. This is called as a full binary tree, nothing but. So at last level, that means that contains maximum number of children. That means maximum number of leaves. Then that is called as what? That is called as what? Full binary tree. So in the full binary tree, how many number of edges are present? If that contain n number of nodes, it contains n minus 1 edges. Okay, these are the properties of binary tree. Next, we can discuss about in the binary tree also different types of trees are there. Now we can discuss about the strictly binary tree. What is the strictly binary tree? That means if every non-leaf node in a binary tree has non-empty left and right. Every binary tree in that non-empty left and non-empty right termed as a strictly binary tree. Suppose here in this figure, here this is one root node is there. This node has one left child, and coming to here one left right child. This right child has left as well as right, and coming to this node right as well as left. Suppose I have to remove this 7. Now it is doesn't call as a strictly binary tree. It is not a strictly binary tree because every node compulsory have one left child as well as right child. Then this is called a strictly binary tree. So in strictly binary tree with n leaves always contains 2 into n minus 1 nodes. Suppose if here number of leaves, suppose for example here this is called as strictly binary tree. This is what strictly binary tree, because this node contains a left as well as right, this node contains left as well as right. So if you are giving here left hand, this is not a strictly binary tree. Again you have to give, this is a strictly binary tree if all the last level or height leaves, full leaves are there, then this is also called a strictly binary tree. Suppose here I am giving like this. How many number of nodes are present here? Here how many number of leaves are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is number of leaves are 5. These are the leaves are 5 minus 1, that is 11. Total nodes are 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry. Here 9. That means how many number of total maximum nodes are present here in the strictly binary tree? If the leaves are n number of leaves are there, here 2 to the power of n minus 1 nodes are there. Here leaves are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leaves. 2 into 5 minus 1, that is 2n minus 1. Here 9 nodes are present. And coming to the fully binary tree, that fully binary tree of height h has all its leaves at H, level H. That is, this is the fully binary tree. Here at leaves all nodes are, all nodes are here. Next, all leaf nodes, all non-leaf nodes of a fully binary tree compulsory have 2 children. So, suppose here I have to take this one, here this have 2 children, and this is also have 2 children, this also have 2 children. That means each and every node except leaves have 2 children, then we can call it as a fully binary tree. And all the nodes, that is, this is the height of the, but suppose you have to observe that height of this tree is H, and H minus 1 level is here, this is the H minus 1, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. So, this height of this tree is here what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. In this situation, at the 0th level, depth, that means last level means 4th level, all leaves are present. Nothing but each and every internal node must have 2 children, then we can call it as a fully binary tree. A full binary tree with height H has 2 to the power of H plus 1 minus nodes. That means how many number of nodes are present over in this fully binary tree? That is, height of this tree is what? Here, that is here. Okay. Now, height of this is nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4. That is nothing but height is 4. 2 to the power of 4 plus 1 minus 1. This is nothing but 15. Suppose I have to counting all these nodes, here it present 15 nodes. Means how many number of nodes are present in the fully binary tree? If the height is H, that is 2 to the power of H plus 1 minus 1. So, a full binary tree of height H is a strictly binary tree, all of whose level are at level H. That means, suppose here this is called a strictly binary tree, and this is also strictly binary tree. Now, in the strictly binary tree, the statement is what? That means each and every node must have one left child and as well as right child. So, that's what that is called strictly binary tree. Coming to the full binary tree, all, that means last level contains maximum number of leaf nodes, then that is called as a fully binary tree. Okay. Next, so next one is complete binary tree. Here a binary tree with n nodes is said to be complete if contains all first n nodes of above numbering scheme. That means whatever the numbering scheme we have to discuss just now, based on that numbering scheme, all numbers sequential order, that means for example from 1 to 9 numbers are exist in that binary tree, then we can call it as a that as a complete binary tree. That is, here suppose you have to observe here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that up to 10, and 10 nodes are there. Suppose you can remove this 10, assign here 11. Now, this is not a complete binary tree because there is 10 is missing. That is why this is not a complete binary tree. Okay. A complete binary tree of height H. So, now the height is here 4. Okay. Suppose I have to take up to this. Now, this is what the fully binary tree. That means, at H minus 1 level, that particular complete binary tree is fully binary tree. That is, a complete binary tree of height H looks like a full binary tree down to level H minus 1. Means this is a level is here 4, sorry, height is 4, here height 3, here height 2, sorry, this height is what 0. Leaves at height 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Suppose the height of this tree is here 3, and you have to take height of this is, that means just you can take up to this level, that automatically the height is decreased by 1, means H minus 1 means height is here what 3 only. Now, what this is looks like a complete binary tree. That means at H minus 1, if you are take any complete binary tree, this is a complete binary tree, and with height H, so you have to take only H minus 1, assume that as a fully binary tree. And coming to here, leaf nodes at level n occupy the leftmost positions in the tree. In the complete binary tree, so first it occupies the leftmost positions. That means from left to right it starts. So here first, next this one, next this. This is a complete binary tree. Now, one more is the perfect binary tree. So which all internal nodes have 2 children and all leaves are at same level. So all leaves are at same level and internal nodes must have 2 nodes, then this is called as a perfect binary tree. And here this is what the full tree, sorry, here some what is missing, this is not a full binary tree, this is a strictly binary tree, and this is what complete binary tree. That is the difference. Here you have to see, this is a perfect tree, means all leaves are at same level and every internal node must have 2 children, and coming to this is a strictly binary tree, means here every node must have left as well as right. So there is no all leaves at same level. Okay, this condition is not there in this strictly binary tree, and complete binary tree is nothing but from left to right. That means whatever the number sequence we had to take, that number sequence is completely full, there is no one empty. That is what the complete binary tree. So coming to a perfect binary tree of height h has 2 to the power of h minus 1 non-leaf nodes. That means suppose here height of this one is what, 0, 1, 2. This is what the complete perfect binary tree. Here height is 0, here height 1, here height 2. Okay, that is 2 to the power of 2 minus 1. Here what is the height here? To the height of this particular perfect tree is what, 2. That is to the power of 2 minus 1 means 4 minus 1 means 3 non-leaf nodes. This is the non-leaf node, this is a non-leaf node, this is a non-leaf node, because we can call it as these are the non-leaf nodes because there is no emptying. Okay, so here some children are there, that's why this is all non-leaf nodes. So how many number of non-leaf nodes are exist in the perfect binary tree? If that perfect binary tree height is h, how many number of non-leaf nodes are exist? 2 to the power of h minus 1 non-leaf nodes are exist. So these are the different types of binary trees and their properties. So from some of the questions are asking in competitive exams based on these properties. Next we can discuss about the representation of binary tree. How the binary tree is represented. So binary tree can be represented again in 2 ways, like nonlinear data structures also represented in 2 ways, that is arrays as well as linked list concept, same like linear data structures. Here in array representation of binary tree, we use one dimensional array to represent a binary tree. That is, this numbering can start from 0 to n minus 1 or from 1 to n. If index starts from 0, so how many maximum indexes are there? That is n minus 1. If it is 1, that is maximum one is n. Okay. Now first, if we assume that 0th index, for example, here 0th index is there. So here for example, this is one node. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that means here this is what, 7, because parent node, that is 2 to the power of 3 plus 1, that's why this is what, 7. 0th index 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there is no node to this node, that is for this 3 there is no left child, and 7, that is index is, that is how many number of okay, how many number of 1 that is here index, that means in this node 1 is stores here, 2 is here, 3 is here, 4, 5, and here there is no number, and here what, 4, 5, otherwise we can like this. Suppose here this is A, B, C, D, E, F, like this. Here A, B, C, D, E, and F. So for example, in the first time 0 index, in the first part, that is 0 index based sequencing. Suppose here index starts from 0, so this A is at 0th location and B is at first location, and this one is at second location, this is at third, this is at fourth location. And coming to this, in the fifth location there is no element, and here in the sixth location some element is there, that is F. That is nothing but from index is starts at 0, that is here parent node is an index P, then the left child node is index at what? 2 to the power of P plus 1, means here root node index is what? 0, that is 2 into 0 plus 1. If left child index is what here? 2, sorry, left child index is what? Here 1, this is 0, this is 1, and right child index is what? 2 to the power of P plus 2, that is 2 to the power of 0 plus 2, nothing but this is index is 2. Now coming to this index is what? This is 1, 2 to the power of 1 plus 1, that is nothing but 2 plus 1, 3, and this is what? Here the index is 1 and this is the right child, that's why the index is here what? 2 plus 2, 4, and coming to here index is what? 2, the parent is here 2 and this is the right child, and that's why this is 2, 4 plus 2, 6. Now you can observe here the index of this node A is 0, okay, the index of B 1, the index of C is 2, index of D is 3, index of E is 4. So there is no left child for this C, that's why this is non-empty. So here there is no element, and here 6. So this is the 0 index based sequencing. And next, one index based sequencing. So one index based sequencing nothing but, suppose the parent node is at index P. Here the parent node index, suppose here same tree, now I am taking the same tree A, B, C and D, E and F. Here index starts from 1. So here index starts from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here the index of this root node is 1. Now this index is what? Here 2 into 1. This is 2 into 1. Now the index of this one is what? 2 into 1 plus 1. This is what? 2 into 2 plus what? 2 plus 1. 2 into 2 plus 1. That's why here this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is 6 and this is 7. Okay, 1, 2, this C at 3, D at 4, E 5, and this is empty 1 and this is 7. So this is a indexing sequence. This is here one example is given. So here from this is a one index based sequencing and this is a 0 index based sequencing. So if this suppose you can observe these type of trees, if it is the full binary tree, so all these indexes are filled with some numbers, there is no empty spaces. Okay. So coming to advantage of this binary tree using arrays concept, that is any node can be accessed from any other node by calculating the index. Suppose we know the index, so automatically we can calculate the other node's index, and here data are stored without any pointers to their successor or ancestor. So there is no requirement of successor node's address as well as ancestor node's address. And coming to the disadvantages of this array representation, other than full binary tree, majority of the array entries may be empty. Suppose you can observe here this array empty is in this array this entry is empty. For example, in the previous so these all are empty locations. That means if it is the full binary tree only, all entries are filled. Otherwise, majority of the array entries are empty. So this is one of the disadvantage, because the memory is wasted. So this is one of the disadvantage if you are using binary trees using arrays concept. And a node entered into that particular tree or delete from that particular tree, again some inefficiencies exist. So these are the two disadvantages over using arrays concept. And another concept, linked list representation. Arrays also represented by using linked list. So here binary tree can be represented by links where each node contains the address of the left child and the right child. Suppose to observe here, this is the node. Here this node contains the three parts. One is the data part and other one is the left link and right link. So here if any node has its left or right child empty, then it will have in its respective link field a null value. For example, suppose here you have to observe, this is the data part, this is the left child and this is the right child, and this is the left to this one, this is the right to this one. There is no left, there is no right. The left and right parts are null in this representation, that is a linked list representation. For example, suppose here A is like this, this is A, here this is what B, and from B here this is what D, here this is null and this is also null, and coming to here E, so this is what null and this is also null, and coming to here some node is there, this is C, and this is a null part of this one, and coming to here only right part is there, and this is F, there is no left children, there is no right children for this F. So this is the representation by using linked list for creating the binary trees. So if a leaf node has null values in both of its links, these all are the leaf nodes, so that's why both of those two links have null values. So this is the example what I told here, that is here all this, okay, only left children are there, that's why left links are there, and leaf has the null value and remaining are the nulls. Next, okay, and next one is, this is another example. Next, these are the advantage by using binary representation. The drawbacks of sequential representation are overcome this representation, that means maximum entries are empty, that is not there in this linked list representation, and we may or may not know the depth of the tree. So earlier we are not know the what is the depth of the tree also, we are store that we are creating the binary trees. Insertion and deletion operations are more efficient by using this representation, and disadvantage in this representation there is no direct access. So if you are moved to any node, compulsory you can start from this root node only. As compared to sequential representation, memory needed per node is more, because here we have to store the left and right links also, that's why maximum memory is required comparatively arrays. So this is due to two link fields, that's why some memory is required. And these all are the operations on the binary trees. Creation, that means creating the empty binary tree. Traversal means to visit all the nodes in a binary tree. Deletion, insertion, merge, to merge two binary trees. Copying from one binary to other binary tree. Compare, two binary trees are compared. Find the repeated nodes. So these all are the operations, and these all are the tree traversals. That is, a binary tree is defined recursively. It consists of a root, left subtree and right subtree. Here three different types of traversals are there. That means traversing means, so traverse or walk. The binary tree is to visit each node in the binary tree exactly once. So tree traversals are naturally recursive. So here three different types of recursive concepts are there. So this is a recursion. So in the pre-order, so first visit the root node, next visit left subtree, after that right subtree. In order, the root is visited in between left and right subtrees. That is, first left subtree, visit the root node and right subtree. In the post order, first visit the left, after that right, and next visit the root node. So coming to here, this is the tree. So here pre-order is like this. So this is what the pre-order. So for this example, how we have to write the pre-order for this? So for this pre-order is what? Left, that means first root node, and next this is the root and this is the root. There is no left, there is no right. And coming to here, E, right is complete. So total left child is complete, root is also complete, and coming to here first root, there is no left, so that we move to right. So this is the pre-order. And coming to the post order, in order. So in order means first left. So this is the root, there is left is exists, there is left is exists. First this is the left one, and there is no left, and D is visit, and next left is complete, root is visit, and right. So first to visit this one, you have to observe any left or rights are there. So here there is no left, there is left, so E, there is no right, and left subtree is over. Next A, and coming to right subtree. Now this is a root node, now this is a root for this subtree. Now you have to observe any left is there, there is no left, so visit this one. Coming to this node, now you can treat it as a root node, so you have to observe any left or right. So there is no left, again write this one, again observe any right is there, there is no right. So this is what in order. Coming to the pre-order traverser, sorry, post order traverser. In the post order, first left, So move to left. So here left, and next here left right, this one left right and root. Next right. So here F and this C, next A. So this is what post order. Okay, these are the three traversals. Next binary search tree. So this is one of the most important one. So stores the nodes in a way so that searching, insertion and deletion can be efficiently. So how that is possible? Suppose you can create a X node. So whatever the nodes are less than this X, those are inserted at left side. So maximum those are inserted at right side. And here examples of this one, here this is the root node, this is the left side and this is the right side. In this left node, here this is 2 is less than this 6, that's why this is inserted at here, and 1 is less than to this 2, inserted at left side, and 4 is maximum to this one, right side, and this is the less than to this root node, that's why this is the right side, and this is what 3 is left less than to this is the one binary tree. Suppose this is non-binary tree, because here 7, this 7 is what greater than to this 4 and greater than to this, but less but this is 6 is greater than to 7, but the 6 is the root node. So whatever the left nodes are compulsory less than to this root node. Okay, and this are the some other different ways of binary trees. Next, so this is, suppose I have to search any 15 is there, how we have to search, that is 15 less than 15 are here and greater than 15 are here. Next, suppose observe here any 9. Okay, suppose 9, this is I think not visible here, compare 9 with this 15. So 9 is compulsory at left side, and this is what 9 is, this is a 6, so compare with this 6, this is our left right side, again this compared with this 13, so that this is left side, so here 9 is exists. And by using this binary search tree we can find out the minimum number, maximum number very easily. That is minimum number is start at the root and goes on the left side, that is the left that is what minimum number. Suppose you have to observe here, this is the minimum number for this binary tree. What is the maximum number? Goes on, moves to right side, so that is the right side is a maximum number. Suppose you had to observe store these elements in a in order, so you have to take the in order traversal for this one, in order traversal for these numbers. That in order is represented in the form of ascending order. This is one of the important question, which order is what is which binary search tree, that is in the in order, how we can get the ascending order, that is using binary search tree. And these are the applications of trees: storing some elements in hierarchical manner, that is in a file system. That means whenever we can store any file in our computer system, we are follow some directory structure. In the directory some subdirectories are there, we have to store our file. Organizational structure of an institution, that means in the institution number of organizational structure, that is the top level CEO is there, after that some other department wise managers are there, after that different employees are there, that is organizational institution. And class inheritance tree, that is in the inheritance concept also we have to use this trees concept. And organize the data for quick search, insertion, deletion, we are using binary search trees. So ordinary dictionary, in the dictionary we have to check any particular word, we are using this trees concept. And routing algorithms, so there also we are using these trees. And expression trees, that means a plus b or like that, some expressions how we have to find out, there also we are using the trees concept. Decision trees means if condition, suppose we have to write any if conditions in our programming, so in the how that is evaluated by using trees also. And this is one of the question in the coming exams, that means the competitive exams. Like here, suppose some pre-order is given here, so like that pre-order is A, B, C, D, E, H, I, J, and coming to the in order like this C, D, B, A, H, G, I, J, E, F. Okay, in the suppose in the exam pre-order and in orders are given, how we have to draw the tree structure, how we have to draw that tree structure like this. Okay, here A is first you have to take pre-order means a root node, so root node, and then you can observe in order where that A is exists. So from A, left side are comes under left tree, and right side nodes are comes under right trees. Then observe those one. So C, D, B are at left side, and H, G, J, E, F are right side. Okay. Now coming to this C, D, B, from this pre-order, so which one is the root node? So in this C, D, B, B is a root 1 because it's the pre-order. In the pre-order, root node comes first, okay, B, and after that 3 nodes are left over, that is C and D. So C and D, first you can take here B is where? Here B, and D and A. So B is a root node and D is left side and A is the right side. Okay. Now B here in the B, here B, C is at left side. Okay. After that you can take this one is right side. Okay. D is here. Now E this one, that is here C, D, B. Next in that first you can identify the root node, take it is from these two which one is a root node. So here this one is a root node. Next after that this is the left side. So coming to this right side also, take from this example you have to identify which one is a root node from pre-order. Okay. After that it came to in order and which nodes are left side and which nodes are right side, you have to identify. So in this way you can draw the binary tree. If in the questions they can give the pre-order as well as in order. So this is one of the important question. And one more question from this binary search. So they can give only pre-order to draw the binary search. How you have to draw the binary search? Here one logic is there. So in order of binary search tree, all elements are in sorted order. So that first you can take it as a sorted order. Now you can treat it as a in order for that particular binary search tree. Now we can have the pre-order traversal as well as in order traversal, so that we can draw this binary tree in the previous manner. So this is what about trees concept. Okay. Thank you for this opportunity.